For those of you who play Apache Air Assault with a controller, you may have had an experience where you went to go free look, and you notice when you free look left and right, it actually turns the aircraft. You can look up and down fine, but when you free look left or right, it still acts as some yaw left and right controls. And so you probably don't want to use free look that often because it's awkward that you can't remain stationary while you're looking. Well, I've been playing this way for a long time, and you just cope with it. But recently I discovered a way to fix this. You go into controls, go to your axis mapping, and these two that say horizontal and vertical mouse movement. Since I'm not playing with a mouse and keyboard anyways, I'm using a controller, it's okay to change this. So I go ahead and change my mouse movement to control the camera instead of the yaw and the pitch like normal. It only controls camera now with the mouse. So by doing that, you'll see what happens. Don't forget to hit apply, resume. Now if I go to free look, I don't move at all. I can look and I'm not turning. So free look is actually handy now. Here's another little tip. With playing with a right analog stick to free look here, you notice how twitchy that is because it thinks it's a mouse still. So go into options, go into controls, axis mapping again, and down at the bottom you'll see camera smoothness. Go ahead and max that out, and now it's going to smoothen that action out considerably. There we go. See, it's much smoother now. So now you have a working, functioning free look. You can remain stationary while you free look. But let's say you wanted to look out the window and just leave it looking out the window while you still maneuver the aircraft. Right now you can't, because if you go to let go down and start maneuvering the aircraft, you stop free looking. Alright? So here's a trick for that. Since we play with a controller and don't use mouse and keyboard anyways, go ahead and go to axis mapping one more time, and this one right here where it says mouse look when reset camera button is pressed, I'm going to hit no. So now the fact that we changed the mouse to be camera and this off, that means the mouse is always only camera, not just when reset camera is pressed or not. Now it's always a camera all the time. And I'll show you how that's going to come in handy. So back, apply, resume. Now watch this. I'm going to reach over, let go of my controller. I'm going to reach over and grab my mouse, look out the window with my mouse, because my mouse acts as a free look now. So by moving my mouse, this is what happens. I'm looking around. Now if I leave it here and let go of the mouse and grab my controller again, I have full controls while I'm just looking out the window. Whereas before, without using this trick with the mouse, you couldn't do that. You could either look out the window and not be able to lower yourself or climb or whatever. Now you can lower, climb, pitch, roll, do whatever you want, all while looking out that window, for example, or wherever you want to look. And if you press down the D-pad, you can still move around, but it's going to snap back to wherever the mouse is when you're done looking around with the free look using your control pad. When you let go, it snaps back to where you last left your mouse. Now if you don't want that position, here's a trick for that. Go ahead and go into controls, button mapping, and go down to this where it says reset camera function. And I'm going to assign something on my controller as that. For me, I'm going to choose the up on the D-pad because I don't use satellite view anyways, like ever. Alright, apply, resume. Alright, now let's say I like the fact that it's continuing to look out the window for me, but when I get tired of looking out the window, I press up on my D-pad and it's back to normal. If I want to look out a window just for a second, I've got my free look. If I want it to continually look out the window, I just use the mouse. And now I still have full control while it's continually looking out the window, and when I'm done with that, I press up on the D-pad, snaps it back. So now you've got a very functional free look system. You can do it all on your controller without moving the aircraft. You can leave it snapped somewhere by using the mouse. You can reset it without having to go touch your mouse if you want. So everything's just set really nice for you now. Hopefully this is helpful to somebody out there.